Right, 23 March 2020, and today I want to very quickly deal with the topic that I have. I don't want to take long at all, and this is a story that is developing, so I don't want to speculate a lot, and most of the information that I'm going to be giving you here is obviously going to change as time goes on. But I want to look at a story that we got this afternoon. It's an exclusive story, and a lot is going to come out of this. And a lot has also been happening around Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa. As you know, in December, through Christmas, we covered the story of Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa. There was allegations made against Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa, which we covered a lot in detail, almost on a daily basis. And I remember when I was in Durban, I was actually getting out of my hotel room and covering this story. So this has been going on for a number of months. And as I start to connect the dots, it's becoming clear to me that Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa is actually under attack. And specifically, certain information has come to our attention, which is to do with a certain or a number of cars that have been following Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa around over the past few weeks. And also, there was an accident involving his young brother. I think that's Tafazo Makandiwa on Friday evening. And that was a very serious accident in which it is alleged that an Isuzu vehicle that was following, I can call him Pastor Tafazo Makandiwa, the whole day while he was driving his Fortuner. They actually followed him in the morning, and after about 5 hours, they then came back, and as they were returning to Harare, the same car appeared and forced them off the road. So this is a very difficult situation, because you know what has been happening in Zimbabwe. There has been a lot of mysterious accidents. And if someone is being followed in their normal cars, and then after some time, another car that they normally use is also followed by the same car, it means there's someone behind the following. Then the question is, what is the intention? Why are they following him around? And who is this person? Who are these people who are behind the following? So lucky enough, the accident happened. As you can see on the screen here, that is the Fortuner that had an accident on the 19th. I think Friday was the 19th of March at night. And this car was forced off the road. So they had to avoid a head-on collision with the Isuzu, which did not have number plates. And they ended up going into the bush. Where you are seeing the car now, according to the information that I got, this car had rolled over 2 times, flipped over, and ended up landing on its tires. So like this, it actually had flipped over. There was going to be death here, and it's only God's grace which saved these guys, Tafazo Makandiwa and 3 other people that were in here. So you can see the damage done to this car was quite bad. This damage is not small at all. This accident could have resulted in loss of life. So I obviously don't have information about what happened to the other car or the occupants of the other car. But what I can see here, it shows that there was a lot here that happened. There was a lot of, the accident was not a minor one. And this car is a definite write-off. So just to recap, as I said, Tafazo Makandiwa, the pastor at UFIC, was driving to Shamva from the information that I got. He went in the morning with 3 other people in the car, and they were being followed by a car that has also been following Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa around. So I don't know if that is the only car or a number of cars. When he's driving other cars, they follow him. So on this day, they followed this car, which he normally uses. He drives his brother's car sometimes. They went to Shamba, spent 5 hours there, and then on their return after 5 hours, they encountered the same car, which forced them off the road, resulting in this accident. So I think there's nobody in the world who doesn't know Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa. He is a very powerful prophet and has a huge following. In fact, there are very few people in Zimbabwe with as big a following as Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa. From his days in the AFM, when he formed his church, he's got a huge church in Harare. He's got denominations all over the world. So he's very, very well known. He's also consulted by very, very powerful people. You can see this picture here. This is with President Idi Mnangagwa. And this was in December with President Idi Mnangagwa again. Unfortunately, the quality is very poor on this picture. We also had him here with General Chiwenga. So you can see he hangs around with quite a lot of powerful people and is consulted by a lot of other people. So let's take a short little break so that I can bring up more information here. Unfortunately, I've got one of my screens that are stuck here. So I want to take a quick 1 minute break and then we'll be back. Right, so I think you can see that he hangs around with very, very powerful people. And I'm just going to take off the picture here of General Chiwenga with Prophet Makandiwa. So the point I'm trying to make here is when you talk of Prophet Makandiwa, you are basically talking in someone at a national level who is at a different level from everybody else. So I can rate him above a minister in terms of how much power he's got in the country. He is one of those people that can make a change in how people perceive a situation. So now let's look at what he's been up to over the past few months. I want to bring up this picture. So Prophet Makandiwa has been speaking a lot against vaccines. That is one of the biggest things that have been happening here. I don't know if there's a link here to this accident, but some people I talked to brought this up as one of the reasons why Prophet Makandiwa could have gotten himself into a lot of trouble. He also has a lot of business interests. So Prophet Makandiwa runs, obviously, a lot of platforms. Some of these platforms that most people don't know, they are run by Prophet Makandiwa. He is a very, very influential person. So there is a possibility that the business angle could be what is causing issues. So the influence that he's got, the business angle, what he's doing in business, and the vaccine issue. That could be one of the issues. He's been speaking a lot about vaccines, and I have a feeling that a lot of people are not happy about that. And someone that I talked to mentioned that this is one of the reasons that he's probably being followed around. He's attracted the attention of very, very powerful people. So if this is the case, then we're going to see this situation is not going to stop until obviously he stopped talking about vaccines. He said he would rather die than support vaccines. So let's see how that goes. He also has other business interests, which are in various sectors, in mining, He's got a lot of interest there. So I don't know if that is also connected to what is happening now. So I don't want to speculate a lot. This is a developing situation, as I said. And there is also another angle that I was given of a lot of issues happening within ministries. Could it be that there is someone that he has crossed within the ministries who can be more powerful than Prophet Makandiwa? But I doubt very much that there's someone who can be as powerful as him. I also want to say that Prophet Makandiwa is a very honest person. He's not a person that is involved in anything shady, as far as I know. So I doubt very much that he's involved in anything shady. It's just unfortunate that this is happening at the moment. So let's take another break, another 1 minute break, and then we'll come back and conclude. Uyo, uko, kuno, abo, ano, mamuona kere, mamuona kere nai. Ano vura meso, ano vura nzeve, ano kaya maligi. Right, so I'm going to bring this to an end. This is a very, very quick broadcast that I had today. In fact, what we wanted to do is we wanted to discuss another topic, but to me, this is a very, very big, important topic. If you remember, we had the issue with Apostle Talent Chiwenga last year, and these are not things that you should take for granted. If people are being followed around, then I think this is something that everyone should be alert. We had that situation with Apostle Talent Chiwenga where we said he was being followed. Only after 2 weeks, something happened, and it was unfortunate. So I hope that this situation gets resolved. Whatever it is that is happening here, I hope that it gets resolved, and we don't have another situation like what's happened with Apostle Talent Chiwenga. Everyone loves Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa. And personally, as I said, we raised that story which happened in December where he was being accused by Prophet J. Israel and Blessing. I have personally checked that story, and it was totally false. I've got no doubt in my mind that Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa, very, very clean, impeccable record. He's got no shady dealings that he does. So I hope that this gets resolved. So let's see the comments here. Like Ginimbi is next. You don't do deals with ZANU and expect to leave. Right, let's look at other comments. Makandiwa has always made money with ZANU PF, but now ZANU is split, and no matter which side he chooses, he's done. Okay, let's go. Just paranoia and bad driving skills, momentary hallucination may be to blame. I don't agree with you, John 1, because remember, Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa drives different cars. So if you follow him when he's driving car A, how come you're following him when you're driving car B? I don't think that's bad driving. I think something is going on, and it's not bad driving. ZANU PF with their CROs, right? I don't think it's CROs, but obviously the issue arises of cars with no number plates. If a car has got no number plate in Zimbabwe and it's following people for weeks, there could be an angle there of state actors. One-on-one, you're saying you mind your own business. Please don't mind your own business. We need to keep each other safe. Right, Erisha. Gambakwe, stop lying. Makandiwa is not an honest person. He's a criminal. So, Erisha, I want to answer you because I know you are speaking out of lack of knowledge. Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa, I know him from long back in terms of his work. In fact, I first knew about Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa back in 2003, before he had his own church. He is a very, very powerful person, a powerful preacher, and a powerful prophet. And I'm not talking from, because I in fact, I've seen the work that he did for many people in Harare. Also, the charity work that he's doing, besides even talking about the church side. He's doing a lot. He's got a lot of business ventures. So he's not a person that you can just say, you take for granted. As I said to you, he is above a government minister. So if you rank people in Zimbabwe and say top 10, you can have Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa in that top 10 of the people that are very influential, very powerful, large following, structured organization. In fact, in terms of resources, he could have more resources than maybe Harare City Council. And he has done this consistently over a long period of time. So he's not someone you can just take as a lighty. You cannot even do that. And when we criticize Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa or even write stories about it, I actually feel like maybe we should not be doing that, because he's someone who is quite on top of the situation there in Zimbabwe. Mampov, maybe a certain rival is after him. Maybe it's not politics. Right. I think that's also possible. Who could be this person? We'll find out as time goes on. Mr. Gambagwe, be specific about Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa. I don't know what I can say here. I've already said a lot. I already said the Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa, impeccable record, very powerful man of God. So I don't know what else you want me to say. It could be a mere accident. No, because the car which was following his brother also followed him. So how could that be an accident? Right, Sibongile Spanda, Wanyepa about Makandiwa. He scammed people in his church. He's paying back now. Sibongile, I don't know what you're talking about, but I don't think that's true. If you've got more facts, WhatsApp me, let's talk about it. Let me hear that information. I'll be willing to listen to you. But you know what happened in December, where someone came out and on live and they really spoke as if they knew what they were talking about. And then they turned around and we found out that they were lying. Be careful about what people say about Prophet Makandiwa. So remember what I said. We are very concerned that is being followed around, or concerned. I also failed to mention that they've been receiving threats. I don't know if they're death threats or what, but from my sources, they've been receiving threats. So the issue of an accident does not arise here. If Makandiwa family is receiving threats, then I don't know if that is an accident. Right, let's look at when it happens to Chiwenga, everyone did not believe him. Now it's Makandiwa, we feel sorry for him. I think I was one of the persons here who kept everyone updated on Apostle Chiwenga. Everything that happened, we kept on top of the situation. It doesn't matter who is being followed, who is being hurt. It's not supposed to be like that. Right, so I think we've covered a lot of comments, we've covered a lot of issues. Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa being followed around, the same car following his young brother, Tafazo Makandiwa, on Friday the 19th, twice, forcing them off the road. And lucky enough, no one died. And obviously, this is where we are now. And we'll keep you updated as this situation develops. I'll keep on top of this story. Charles, maybe Mnangagwa is scared of Makandiwa. I doubt it. I doubt that Mnangagwa is afraid of Makandiwa. Look at these guys. They're smiling. They're like next to each other. I doubt very much that they are. In fact, I've never seen so much closeness. So there's no way this could be Mnangagwa. I think the vaccine guys, to me, the vaccine guys are more of a danger than anyone in Zimbabwe. So this could be quite related to the issue of vaccines. But I don't want to be conclusive. As you said, there's a lot of issues here that could have happened. Mkomata Piwa, how are you? It's been a long time since I talked to you, so we should talk again very, very soon. Right. I think this story made me very, very sad. There's nothing that made me as sad as this, because Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa is someone that I have got a lot of respect for. And every Sunday here at Gambakwe Media, we watch the whole sermon. I'm not talking about a little. We watch from the beginning to the end. So with my guys, if I can't watch, the guys watch, and they try to find something there to link. And he is very, very powerful as a preacher and as a man of God. He has inspired a lot of people, and he has brought up many, many businesses in Zimbabwe and outside of Zimbabwe. That is a fact. And also, Prophetess Ruth Makandiwa, she's supporting a lot of people. You should take some time to listen to her when she's speaking. She has brought up a lot of people, orphans, widows, and they've supported a lot of other ministries across the world. So this would be sad if something was to happen to Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa. Right, so I would like to end it here, and I hope that we'll get more information and we'll give it to you as we get it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Tomorrow we want to look at Bonam Gabe. So we want to look at Bonam Gabe's house, what has been happening there, and then we want to go in Simbachkore, and then we want to go and look at on Thursday, Fadzai Mahere. She wrote a very powerful letter to Idim Nangagwa. I was very touched by the letter that she wrote, but I wanted to deal with that today. Unfortunately, we have to push that to Thursday. So we'll talk again very, very soon, and enjoy your evening. Good night.
Kuno abo bano mama wanna get it nice. I know food I me so I know food I tebe I know kaya marigi kama kwetu tikom kwetu tikom usasai kama kwe anogaya mari
kamba kwe uyo anotara mari anogaya mari garai mamunzwa paninya pano zvamunoda kunzwa zvinotaura pano madiko kumunzwa mugova ne.com kamba kwe vanogaya mari vanotaura mari vanoziya mari kamba kwe vanotaura feya kuti pamberi zvichafamba sei vanhu muterere zvikubatsirei mukufamba kwenyu zvikubatsirei mirai ndikudze kuti chokwadi pano chizere kamba kwe vanogaya cash vanopa mafacts vanotaura straight vane evidence vane confidence plus intelligence
entertainment current affairs and news kamba kwe.com usasarire kamba kwe anogaya